Hi there. This is a reading for the collective. Take what resonates, leave the rest. So this reading is inspired by, I have been doing a lot of readings, like in-depth ones on YouTube, and I was live yesterday, and there's been so many, the moon cards come out a lot, but a lot of the tarot cards I've been pulling and a lot of oracle cards I've been pulling have moons on them. So I'm feeling like this energy of hidden things, and it feels like for a while you have been in the dark about these things or a thing that you've been wanting answers on, and now it's like ready to come to light. So hidden things that are coming to light now. And I was curious at what kind of moon is next and when it's coming. And it's December 19th, and it's a new moon, which is like perfect and aligned with this energy, because new moons represent like new beginnings, transformation. People that, pay attention to the moon tend to set intentions at that time. So if you're called to, you might want to do that. I'm not saying you have to, because I feel like whatever needs to come through today will for you. And then, you're getting answers, and you can focus on that thing that you've been wanting to create, whatever it may be, or, that sort of thing, or getting answers. Like I said, like maybe you just need an answer about something. So that's what this reading's for. So let's get into it. Thank you so much for being here today with me. I hope that you enjoy this reading, and welcome back to all the individuals. Death, that's all about rebirth, transformation. You can't make it up. In the Chariot, beautiful, like picking the path that you've been trying to go on. So anyway, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for, if you're returning, and if you're here for the first time, welcome. And I hope you enjoy this reading. And I have a lot of readings if you are called to growth. You're called to check those out. So Chariot, I think that's Cancer. Is that Cancer energy? Let me see. Because I was feeling, because I think actually I want to look up the moon. The moon, what the energy the moon is. That's what I want to do. Where is the moon? It's hiding. Imagine that. Just bear with me, guys. Sorry. I should have maybe paused this. Okay, here we go. Oh no, Pisces. Pisces for the moon, which I did know that. And then Chariot was the other one I wanted to look up. Where's Chariot at? I feel like I passed it. Mercy. Strength. Oh, there we go. Okay, Chariot is Cancer, because I was feeling like that energy. So if you have Cancer in your chart at all, this is a significant time for you. Queen of Swords has been coming up a lot too, and that's clarity right there. But water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, because we saw death too. So that's all three water signs, is very significant in this reading. So the hidden thing might have something to do with your emotions, feelings. It might have something to do with somebody else's feelings about you, or, oh, that's interesting that there's two cards, the Two of Pentacles. I saw quite a few twos while I was shuffling as well. Okay, there's the Page of Cups. That's water. Interesting. So yeah, it might have something to do with somebody else's feelings towards you that you maybe weren't understanding that are going to come to light with this full moon. Could be probably romantic, but it could be, you know, family, friends, like a boss or something. Interesting. Yeah, see, Three of Wands is about opportunity, and this card is in reverse, right? So there's been something that you've wanted to take action on or go towards, but you've kind of been like teetering on, I don't know if I should do that or not. I don't know. It's been hidden from you. So you didn't know if you should take that opportunity or not. So we'll try to make that as clear as we can with this reading. And it's really, no, that's too many. It's really interesting because Judgment, interesting. Another 10 too. Which 10 is that? Wands. That's the one we saw when we were shuffling. The first one, I think, first card. Oh, shoot, I was going to say what's interesting. What is interesting? Oh, the cards are not coming out. Like, they don't see it. It's kind of like this thing where, okay, the message, oh, another Page of Wands, but it's reversed. A message where the more that you try to seek the answer, and this is probably what you felt like, the more it evades you. The more the thing that you want, I feel like it's a thing you want. It's not a thing you don't want, okay? The thing you want, it evades you. It's like, oh, I see you there. And it's like playing kind of games with you. I see you, but not the devil. Yeah, it's like kind of a trickery where you're like, okay, I want you, I want this thing, I want whatever it is, but you feel like whether it's a person, like you feel like they don't want you back, or if it's, you know, a career or I don't know, maybe it's a house or like maybe it's a big purchase or something like that. Whatever it is for you, it's like every time you feel like you make progress, you feel like you fall backwards. And it's funny because I was thinking that today about something in my life where I feel like, you know, Two of Pentacles talks about like juggling too many things, but you know, it can also mean where you've got these two things, maybe they're equally important, but you're trying to find balance in all things of like ebb and flow. And that's kind of where you're at, is like, I don't know how to get this thing to flow to me and have it continuously flow. That's it. So it could be money, success. Damn, I wanted to, for whatever reason, look at that bottom card. Oh, okay. These want to go. Oh my God, not death. Growth. That I saw that. Remember I said growth. Death was upright when I was shuffling. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Surrendering. Yeah, of course that would come up. The Sun reversed. Okay, with the Sun here reversed, I want to say, I feel like I need to say it's okay to be down, feel down and out. Maybe you've had a hard time this year. I know I have. Like, it's okay to not always be happy. You're still going to be able to achieve whatever it is you desire, do the things you want to do. You know, you deserve the things that you want, even if you're not always here, okay? I know for a long time, like, for example, if you're like me, for a long time I struggled with always like feeling or acting happy, okay? like I felt like I needed to be happy for everybody else, and I felt like I had to, if other people were happy, I had to live in that energy. God, is that thing shaking? Maybe I need to back up a little bit. I felt like I need to live in that energy, right? But that's not normal. It's normal to, be happy, and then maybe you feel sad all of a sudden. Like those kind of, like the mood changes like that. Sorry, I'm going to back this up real quick because I think when I'm moving the table, it's moving. The mood changes like that. And I'm not saying you should be like ping ponging in between moods, but it's completely normal to be happy, and then, maybe something happens throughout the day that, puts you in kind of a bad mood or sad or whatever. Just go with the flow with your feelings too, your moods, and understand that you're still going to get what you desire. Like, you don't have to be happy to receive it, is what I'm trying to say. A lot of the fives too. Five of Pentacles. Loss. Yeah, okay. Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady. Yeah, this has been a long time coming for you, for sure. Whatever this is that has been hidden for you, you've been working for a long time. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, and the Seven of Pentacles kind of gives me a little bit of because you're planting seeds. So it's not a fast moving growth, right? It's slow and steady. So, you've been pouring a lot of energy into whatever it is that you want. And Spirit is recognizing that. But, things can't, like this tree can't bear fruit until it's ready and ripe, until it's the right season. So just understand that whatever has been slowing the process of this thing is intentional on Spirit, the divine's end, because either you weren't ready for it, or if there's another person involved, like they weren't ready for it, or you both weren't ready for it. Like timing is everything here, for sure. So this new moon coming up is going to be very significant. I feel like it's a really good time if you do set intentions to do it. I'm really staring at this Devil card though. So with the Sun reverse, right? I feel like you can get caught up in old ideas, habits that keep you in old energy. Like maybe you get stuck here in this depressive kind of energy. And I'm not saying you can't have this because of this, but that might be sending mixed messages to the universe and God, when you're saying, I really want this thing, right? And I'm showing my faith to you, and I'm doing these things, but then you're unsure if you're capable, or you're unsure if it's going to work out. And it's like, okay, well, like, do you want it or not? It's kind of like a mixed energy signals you're sending. So try to be mindful of that. Like, if you catch yourself thinking that way, stop it. Do your best to stop it, because that's not what you want to create. And not to say you're gonna, if you keep thinking like that, but you want to create this thing. It's been way too long. Like, this thing, you've been at it for a very long time. So I feel like there's been times where you had a few false starts, and part of it is because you're up, in your head. But again, timing is everything, and now is the right time. So just be mindful about how you're thinking. The other thing I want to say, there's a lot of wand energy, because this is Leo, that's a wand. And even though this is water, I was looking at the stick here, because look at sticks, right? But wands are about creation, okay, and passion. This is something that lights you up from the inside. And it's a little nerve-wracking because I got like a little sick feeling in my stomach. So like I get where you're coming from, and I'm right there with you. But it's exciting and nervous, and it's okay to be nervous, but it's time to take action. It's time to go. And not, well, maybe some of you are leaving. Like I said, you're moving, you're trying to move. But it's time to take charge and take action for sure on this thing. Okay, yeah, I feel like I was going to use moon cards, which I'm going to at the end, but those cards, the moon cards that I have that I'm using are kind of like, I usually only use a couple of them because there's a lot to them, and, a lot of detail, a lot behind them, and I feel like move forward. Defend. So I feel like you only need a couple, and I don't really want to, I wanted to put this over here. I don't really want to do it. I almost put that over there. Destined to release. Oh my goodness. There's a reason I put it here though. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave that there. That's crazy. And what's funny is I was actually looking at that fish. So it's funny, like that fish has to go back in the water, right? So, well, we'll talk about it in a minute. I feel like, oh my God, the sun upright this time. Self-express. Where are my Leos at? I'm a Leo too. You don't have to be a Leo to embrace that creativity, the confidence. I feel like this wants to go over here. The confidence, the self-expression, because that says that right there. Embodying truth. I love that. Oh my God. Loyalty. Yes. Leos are very, very, very loyal. And this thing, whatever has been hidden, the answers for you that you've wanted to create, you've had in your hand, right? You've had it in your hand. It's just a matter of, using the wands and taking action a little bit at a time. You don't have to like rush right into the thing and whatever. Just nurture it, right? Keep nurturing it. And that's what God wants you to do. But not just like watching it grow. You have to actually take action. Like pentacles are about material, okay? So like wealth, physical things, but wands are the action card. So you can't just get the material, the money. Like you have to, if this is, career-based, project-based, whatever like that, right? If you're selling your house, right? Like maybe you've been teetering on that. Obviously, like you have to put it up for sale to get the sale. So, you can't just wait for something to happen, is what God is saying. Like you had that part of why it was hidden from you too. The answers or what you needed to do next is because you were in a period where you were growing it, right? And you didn't want to take action before it was ready to do, for you to be ready to do that thing, right? So now is the time, is what you're being told with this reading. So, Two of Pentacles with Three of Wands reversed and the Sun. Self-express and embody truth. I feel like part of why like the opportunities weren't happening too is because you were teetering. And see, that's why I said you don't have to be a Leo. You were teetering in between this old version of you, and you might still be doing that, okay? And that's okay. It takes a long time to really embrace the new part of you, especially if you're used to things not necessarily always working out for you. You might think, oh, well, I feel safer over here because I know what to expect. Like, if I step into this new energy, I'm not really sure if it's going to work. So, and you might not even be really thinking that. It's just really how you're showing up in the world, right? So, yeah, the opportunities, and it might be more than one thing that has been hidden from you. You might, especially if it is career based, I feel like there might be a lot of opportunities for you once you embrace that new energy of self expression and like living in your truth. Okay. People are going to want to work with you when they see you as you are, all of it, even the bad. Okay. Everybody's got this energy. Everybody does. Even the happiest person in the world has their bad days. So don't get. I mean, I feel like I have to keep coming back here, and part of it is because I resonate with this message, because I constantly struggle because of that energy I was talking about, where I used to really show up in this energy of feeling like I always had to be happy, right? So I get critical with myself if I feel like I'm better at it, but if I'm having a bad day or I'm like down or something. And I mean, lately that's been King of Wands. Stop. I'm like, I got to split the deck. Oh my goodness. Leadership. I've been talking about leadership nonstop. Sorry, I didn't mean to scroll there, but yes, you're in that energy, the King energy. We love it. If you needed a confirmation, it's there. And also, sorry, kings are masculine, but we all have masculine and feminine energy. So you don't have to be a male for that message. I take that message. And in the King of Wands is Leo energy. I mean, it's Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but it's Leo is really strong here, is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, I myself have been down very recently because of my father's situation. And, I was just starting to feel like I was getting momentum. So, when I get stuck here, sometimes I do get hard on myself and try to get myself like to feel better. And it's like, you can't force that. You just have to be there and embrace it so you can move forward. Okay. So anyway, sorry. Page of Cups with the South Node, destined to release, and House 6, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. And I want to see what House 6 is, actually. I'm like curious here. Where's my... Oh, there we go. Virgo, House of Work. I love it. Page of Cups. So it's really interesting to me. We've got 2 pages, and pages has been coming up a lot in the readings lately. And one of the things that I've been saying is that, we used to be the page, right? Even if we were older, there's a sense of like, actually, and I didn't say this before, but it's like pages are young. So, maybe you're like me and you are a late bloomer, and adulting is weird and hard, and it took you a long time to figure it out. Or maybe you're not to that extreme, but you might have been a little bit emotionally stunted, in the sense that, like, because you weren't dealing with your feelings, you might overexpress, or might, cry a lot or whatever. And that's okay. But it's weird because you're not a page anymore, but it's showing up here as that. So, and it's completely okay that this is here. It could be also because you're starting the new project that you love, or the person that you love, or both. Like you're creating a foundation, and it feels like you're stepping into unknown territory. So that might be why you feel like the page. And it's exciting but scary, like I said. Releasing the fish. What I was going to say about the fish is the fish feels like a security blanket. So like with this page being here, right? Like you're not in the fish, you're hanging on to the fish and not putting it in the water in this card. But like with the page being here, again, like I was saying, it feels safer if I stay in this energy, moving forward, stepping into this new thing. I feel safer that way. But God is saying, like, you're ready. The King of Wands showed up. I know this is the Page of Cups, but the Page of Wands is here, right? We don't want to step into this new, I understand that it's old because you've been creating it for a while, but when you step into, like, fully step into it, it's going to be new energy. So it's going to be new. Does that make sense? I've got chills. So, Spirit saying, yes, it's good to have that fun, light, playful, pages are playful energy, but like you have to come at it differently, right? You were showing up in the page before. That didn't work. You have to show up as the king, okay? Or queen, whatever. Either works. So, Page of Wands reversed, Seven of Pentacles, Death reversed, and Mars. Move forward, defend self. Yeah, and this feels like, because with death there, it feels like not releasing. It's like not letting go, not transforming. The Page of Wands reversed. You know what? I'm gonna get in the book for that one. Don't judge me. What's the page? Come on. Freedom to fail, learning experience. Ah, you're new to the game, so cut yourself some slack. It's easy to get stuck in perfectionism, which can paralyze you before you've even started. See? So one of the things you might have been learning along this journey to get to the point where you're at is that, it's not failure. It's something to learn. It's a way to grow. It's a way to say, you know what, that didn't work for me, so I'm going to try it a different way. And that might be why the pages are coming up, because maybe you're feeling like, okay, I'm still learning, which you are, right? We're always going to learn, but I'm still learning, and I have to keep approaching this like I'm going to fail. It's not failure though. Like I'm still learning, and that I'm probably not going to get it right this time, because I just haven't gotten it right this whole time, right? But you're a different person now. So you can't approach it like that. You can expect that there might be a few hiccups, right? When you actually take a step forward. But the beautiful part is that you can move forward, you can change direction, you can, fix that thing and keep going. And I think that's the fear of jumping in. It's like once you jump all in, like you're completely committed, that's kind of another message here. And then it's like, What if I let everybody down? What if it does fail? What if I start doing this thing, or I'm, with this person and I don't want to do it anymore? Well, then you're done with it, right? Like, maybe you're a person that's not used to fully committing. That might be something that was hidden from you that's coming to light now. Um, Maybe you've had your feet or your half your body in, but half your body out, like this Two of Pentacles, chills, and you're like, man, I'm really afraid to turn all the way and step forward because that's it. I'm 100% committed to this thing. But it's very interesting because you clearly want this, right? You clearly want this or these things. Are you home? Oh, that was weird. My boyfriend came home. Sorry, I didn't even hear him come in. So, like, you clearly want this thing. So, like, why are you even thinking like that? Or maybe you don't even realize that's something that's holding you back. And me saying it now is going to make you go, hell yes, obviously I want this. I'm ready. I'm going to take that step forward. I'm honestly surprised the Fool isn't here, to be honest with you. But it's because there are some things that are like haunting you still, I feel like. All the things that I've been talking about, but especially the fear of fully stepping in and it being, you choosing it completely. And maybe there's a fear of it, like not choosing you if it's another person, or, maybe if it's a career, like a project or like a business, like maybe people won't like it. Those fears are valid. Like, it's understandable. Everybody would have those fears, but you got to kick the devil out and just go for it. Okay. And one of the things, I'm sorry, this one's probably going to be long, but one of the things that I've been doing with my business, because I've gone back and forth, like, I know a lot of this message is about that for me, where I start getting like super into it and then I fall backwards. I get super into it, I fall backwards. And part of the thing was that I didn't have the energy because this year has been really bad for me and I've had a lot going on. But the other thing was because I didn't realize I had ADHD. And so I'm bringing this up because that might be a devil for you, right? You're trying to figure out why, you're getting stuck in your head, or you have these fears. I'm going to put it out there. Therapy. I've been in therapy. That might help you, because, well, therapy, maybe you have ADHD like me. I didn't get diagnosed until a couple weeks ago. And I mean, it was kind of a battle for me to get diagnosed because I wasn't diagnosed as a child. Or just anxiety, and I mean, I have all three of those. So it's a battle for me, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to let anything get in the way of this. I'm going to eventually do it, right? I'm going to eventually commit. And what I was trying to say is I've been trying to do a little bit every day. And I mean, obviously there's some days I don't do it, but I'm actually intentional. And I said to God the other day, hey, I'm fully in on this, and to prove it to you, I'm going to go live. And I did that yesterday. And I'm setting a goal of what I expect. I'm telling you my goal of what I expect to for this business to boom and for me to leave behind my other work, right? For the most part, I'll probably still do it here and there, but this is my passion. This is what I love doing. And one of the things that we don't take into account enough, and I know I've said this a million times to people who come and watch these videos, but and it took me a while to figure this out, but part of my purpose with, you know, being a psychic and a tarot reader is to help people with trauma, because I have been working on my own trauma for like since 2017, right? And I've made a lot of progress, okay? And sometimes you can't do it alone. That's why I'm in therapy. But, you know, a lot of the reason why I'm talking about this is because that devil and a lot of what I'm saying in this reading, there's a reason that that you haven't fully committed to this. There's a reason you haven't, that you think you might fail. I've got chills. That you get in your head about things that, you know, you were pretending to be somebody you're not, because like this Leo, the sun being reversed, you know, and we're talking about self-expression, like maybe you haven't been a person that ever really fully expressed yourself or felt safe with that in childhood. So understanding your trauma is key to moving forward with this next part, because this is a big step. This is huge. When you take that step forward, when you take this, you know, you fully go into it, you're going to be successful, and it's going to be, you're going to be busy. You're going to, or, you know, you're going to, I don't know, like you and this other person are really going to be together a lot, and it's going to take up a lot of your time. Okay. So, I'm again saying all that so you know that why, okay? Because I didn't have anybody telling me why until I started taking it in my own hands. So I'm gonna, in the comments, I always put my booking site. So if you need help trying to figure out where the trauma is in all of this, I can help you, okay? Book a reading with me. So the devil with individuality, self-image, self-express, self-image, I was just talking about this, and approach to life. So what needs to fall away for sure, one of the things that needs to fall away before you step forward, and maybe you've already been working on this, is how you are perceived by other people, or how you show up in order to be received by other people the right way. Like I was talking about this sun card, right? How I used to always be happy or pretend I was happy for other people. I mean, I always just put on a brave face for other people, and I still do that. I've kind of, up until very recently, kind of made myself more digestible to people because of all the healing I've done and how hard it is for people to be around that. So, but I'm not doing that anymore. This is who I am. I'm going to express myself, and I'm going to, I know who I am. I know my self-image, and I don't care if you like it. Okay. You got to get, because that king energy doesn't question himself. This is like you questioning who you are. So that's another kind of mixed signal. Do you get what I'm saying? To the universe and to God. Like, oh, I don't know if I'm capable. Or, you know, this person said I couldn't do that. Or this person said, you know, I'm not any good. Or what, you know, whatever. Just get it all out of your head. I just noticed there's a lot of red and gold. Might be significant. Red's grounding energy. Gold, the sun, I guess. So 5 of Wands reverse with Aquarius. Originality, philanthropy, and progressive imagings. Interesting. Yeah. So the 5 of Wands upright is about like battle. Reverse, I feel like there's kind of like a sense of trying to find peace in what I'm talking about, like who you are, how you show up in the world, and embracing your own individuality, your originality, and sharing, like I really feel like for a lot of you, this is about career or a project, because sharing progressive imagings, I feel like that's something of like sharing your ideas, or no matter how weird, and not worrying about what people think about it, because it's a brilliant idea. Aquarius is air energy. They're very intelligent. It's about the mind. So use your mind for good and share your ideas, because they're 100% a good one. Stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. Yeah. This is like the mirror of the sun, like reversed. This would be the sun upright, like stability, dependability, loyalty. That's this energy, Leo energy, I should say, not the sun. The sun's just, good energy. That's really good energy. But like that's who you are, and you know that. So stop pretending like you're not dependable, because that's definitely a common theme with this, what's hidden. It's like, I'm not capable. It's like everything you pour your heart into, you're 100% there. So, it's like wishy-washy energy, and that's not actually who you are at your core. Oh, there's gold there too. I thought it was green for some reason, maybe because of that. Okay, that's really good. Now, maybe we'll just get one card, because this is running really long, because I had a lot to say, and I'm really glad I did this reading, because it's been super helpful for me. Actually, girl, bye. I wanted this one too. It was trying to come out. Wow, love, change. Callie is about change. Oh my God, individuality. Because I was like, it didn't say that on there. Okay. Well, we're not going to talk about that card, but okay. Where's my big ass moon book? So yeah, Kali is a bringer of change. You might want to call on her right now for help, assistance. And I love that Venus is looking at Kali, because she's got this kind of like, they both have strong energy, right? But she's got this very, how do I want to say it? Powerful. I don't want to say combative, but she can be when things are like, she's got a knife when things are not moving the way she wants them to. So she can just slash those obstacles out of your way. Do you know what I mean? So you can call on Kali for sure, and the Venus goddess for assistance here with this thing you're moving forward in. But that is a very, very damn good sign for you that this thing is happening. And it feels like kind of God saying, well, Callie, maybe in this case, like whether you want it to or not, whether you're ready. It's not that you don't want it, whether you're ready or not. Okay. Look at this book. It's so big. Kali, black goddess, Sagittarius fire. If you fight, you will have to pay the price. Okay, the card meaning drawing the goddess Kali, Kali, however you say that, reveals that whatever your opposition, you must pursue a policy of no mercy if you wish to achieve success. So maybe for some of you, there are people standing in the way of this thing that you want. And if you're unsure of how to proceed to get like your results that you want, and you're comfortable, call on Kali, because she will help remove your obstacles, like I was saying. Action without inhibition is demanded, and you will need to be ruthless in sticking to your plans. See? However, it is important to realize that if you gloat over the defeat of your opponent, then something you value will lose. You will be lost. Sorry, you are not that kind of person, so I'm not even worried about that. I didn't know it was going to say that, so ignore that statement. As with all black goddesses, you will not find a solution, sorry, I'm getting tired, in which you come out of the matter unscathed. Oh, okay. Often with the appearance of Kali in a reading, the old oh my God. astrological answer to a bad moon position in horary questions. No good will come of it, will apply. Whoa. Sorry, that was a lot. Let me look at that again. Old. Okay. Kali is the most drastic of the black goddesses, and in her death, rebirth role seeks to destroy all that is thought to be a threat to survival. The blunt and adventurous quality of fire in Sagittarius searches for the ultimate truth, no matter how or where it is to be found. Truth. If the goddess card Kali is selected, then December will be an auspicious month with regard to the question. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Okay, so that's telling me that there might be, so when I was talking about like hiccups, you might feel a couple hiccups, but I don't feel like it was talking about drastic. I don't feel like it's going to be drastic for you since you've been at this for a while, right? And you've already had hiccups. I just feel like Kali, the energy I was feeling from this card and that I feel from her myself is that, yes, she's like that no nonsense aunt or grandmother, right? She's no nonsense, but she is loving as well, and she wants what's best for you. So, if there's something you need moved out of the way, ask for assistance. And I'm going to see, because I feel like Venus is here specifically to soften this blow of whatever, like it feels like a bad storm that's come and, cleared things out of the way that needed to be gone, like releasing things that no longer serve, right? But she's here to kind of, pick up the pieces for you. Venus, white goddess. So you black and white. I'm dead. Yin and yang. Taurus, earth. A little of what you fancy does you good. The card meaning. The goddess represents love in all its forms, from pure or ideal love to lustful desire. She denotes a love of pleasure and the good things of life, and a blatant use of personal charm or seduction. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I should have ended this sooner. In order to obtain them. She warns that you will have to pay the appropriate price for self-indulgent, but if you are prepared for that, then so be it. Generally, Venus is not benevolent, beneficent goddess who suggests a good or fruitful outcome to the question. As a white goddess, she brings a strong, youthful, and creative approach to the situation. The nature of Earth in Taurus is above all sensual and comfort loving, with a tendency to act slowly and surely in familiar ways. If this goddess card is selected, then May will be a significant month in regard. Well, we're talking about December. Shit's happening soon. So, I feel like the other message for you before I end this is, if you're afraid of like part of what might have been stalling you to or hidden, or why you haven't fully stepped into this, is like me, for instance, I'm afraid. I've always been afraid that with my business, because I know I'm supposed to be a leader, right? And I'm supposed to help people, that my ego will show up. I'm always in fear of that. And clearly, because I'm in fear of that, I won't let that happen. People who are narcissistic or think way too highly of themselves or are in their ego don't think like that. So there might be something where you're afraid to indulge because you feel like you might indulge too much, right? But, and the devil being here might be a kind of a thing saying that too. That might be another reason the devil's here, but that's not who you are, because that's why it's taking you so long. That's another reason why it's taking you so long. So don't worry about that. I love that the reading ended like this. This couldn't have been a more like solid confirmation for something than I've ever seen. Like, this is happening. This is going to happen. it's about time too. I feel like you probably resonate with that. I mean, I've had my business since, was it 21 or 22? I don't remember. That's bad. I'm bad at dates. I'm bad at numbers, but I know it's like January 1st. So, I mean, it's taking me a long time to get where I'm at now with what I'm doing. So, I know it's time for me and I know it's time for you. And thank you so much for being here, especially if you hung out this whole time. I know this one was long. Any likes, shares, comments, subscribers to my channel are super appreciated. If you would like to donate to my channel, that's really helpful but not expected. I have CashApp, Venmo, and PayPal. I will put that in the comments with my booking link. So if you, like I said, need more about what's specifically hindering you with your trauma regarding this thing that you're trying to really step into, then hit me up, okay? Hope you have a good one.